Post-game sound rolling in from Baltimore. Coach Harbaugh at the podium.
Here, just something I want to start with. Just say this. This is where I'm hanging my hat at this point. But for I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and to not harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future. Wait for the Lord and be strong. And that's for me. What questions do you have?
John, after a loss like this, what was kind of your message to the players?
I was proud of them. I'm proud of the season that they had. I feel like it was a team that had a lot of challenges. You know, I don't think it was a team that was too highly touted coming into the season by the pundits and the prognosticators and all that. And I think they proved a lot of people wrong all year. Quarterback made a statement all year. So many players that had so much to prove. I think of a guy like John Simpson, you know, just off the top of my head, who had so much to prove and come in and play the way he did. Jadeveon Clowney, Kyle Van Noy, just two guys that came in late, you know, that didn't seem like anybody else wanted, right? And they came in and played the way they did. So there's so many stories on this team, so many individual stories. The message is to eyes straight ahead, your chin up, your chest out, and understand what you did accomplish. And I'm proud of them.
John, what's your immediate thought as to why the offense wasn't able to kind of put its best foot forward?
We just weren't able to, we had a couple opportunities to score down there. We didn't get the touchdowns. I mean, it was really a defensive struggle if you step back and look at the whole game. And they were able to score the points, and we weren't.
How tough was it, obviously, to come back from Zay's turnover? I know there were a couple other pivotal moments there, but it seemed like a moment where the opportunity was.
We were fighting like crazy to get back in, and I think, strategically we moved the ball back down the field. We were fighting to get the ball back at the end, with the clock and everything, and they hit the one pass. We were close to getting the ball back at the end to have a chance to score. So that's what we were trying to do. I mean, you're against the clock there. A lot of different strategic moves to try to get that done. And then they hit the one pass.
16 rushing attempts is definitely not what you guys normally do.
It was kind of that kind of a game, I'd say. That's the way it worked out, the game, kind of the way the game went.
John, how disappointing were some of the penalties where it seemed like maybe losing composure at a couple of points, call shots?
Yeah, really don't have anything to say about those until I get a better look at them.
John, what do you say to Lamar when he's had the season he's had, and I know he's not going to play that performance today?
I told him to stand up tall. He's had a great season. His performance today was all heart. He fought. He went out there and gave it everything he had, so I don't think that's anything that I'd be disappointed in.
What was the message in the locker room afterwards? I know you told him you were proud and all that.
That was a message. Yeah.
Despite what happened in the regular season, what was their reaction afterwards? Did anyone stand up and say anything after you did, Coach?
No. Guys were talking to one another. We said the Lord's Prayer. We said that.
John, was Marlon not able to go in the second half? We saw things didn't really seem out there after halftime. Yeah, it was just the way we went. I'm not sure exactly where he was at physically, but he played as much as he could. I can tell you that, and that's how Marlon works.
Chiefs lost a fumble out of the end zone last week. Obviously, you saw that. So is reaching for the goal line something that you coach to avoid?
We coach two hands when you reach for the end zone. He had two hands on the ball.
Was there anything in particular about their defensive plan that you felt like was making it especially hard on your offense?
No, they did what they always do. They're very well coached. They play hard. Steve Spagnuolo, Spags, my good friend Spags, is a great coach. Okay, thanks.
All right, so the story continues here for Lamar Jackson, who has not seen the results he wants come playoff time. Now, we did see more Lamar than we've seen in years past. Developed as a passer, took his team to a higher height than they had been. But 2-4, and that standard in the AFC still stands in the way in the form of Patrick Mahomes. Let's hear from Lamar post-game.